Purify your heart from fears. So let's start off with a few definitions. So if we look at the word faith from the Oxford Dictionary, it says complete trust or expectation or confidence in someone or something. Strong belief in the doctrines of a religion based on spiritual conviction rather than proof. A strongly held belief. Okay, so faith, when it's in a positive direction, like faith in God. Okay, faith in God is going to be expecting to receive good things from God, such as the positive benefits of salvation. So, for example, if we look at Yeshua's salvation from Psalm 91, it's the last verse in Psalm 91. It says, "With long life I will satisfy you and show you my salvation. I will show you my Yeshua." Okay, that word Yeshua was translated to English as salvation, and it means all these things. I will show you salvation. I will show you deliverance. I will give you welfare in life. I will give you prosperity in life. I will give you victory. I will aid you. I will help you. I will give you health, and I will give you healing. Okay, so when you look at this word for salvation, all these things are included. Okay, so when somebody is established in faith, they are believing, they have a strong belief in the doctrines of a religion. And in particular, here is a doctrine of salvation, which says all these good things here belong to us. Okay, so we want a good faith, a healthy faith is trusting in God, it's expecting Him, it's having confidence in Him to give you all of these benefits of salvation. Okay, this is just one example. Okay, so faith, it's trusting in God and expecting to receive good things from Him. Okay, now if we look at the definition of fear, okay, this one's from Webster's. It says a painful emotion or passion excited by an expectation of evil or the apprehension of impending, imminent, forthcoming danger. Fear is an uneasiness of mind upon the thought of future evil likely to befall us. Okay, so notice this fear, it's an expectation of evil. Okay, when we look at faith, if we're believing in the doctrines of Christianity, our faith, it's expecting to receive good things. It's not expecting to receive evil. Okay, so both fear and faith, they have an expectation. Okay, the expectation of fear is something evil. The expectation of faith is something good. Okay, so it's the same kind of substance. Okay, fear and faith they're both an expectation, a trust, a confidence of something happening. On the one hand, something good. On the other hand, something evil. Okay, and it says that it's an apprehension of impending. Impending means imminent or forthcoming danger. Okay, so you're expecting there's something imminently that's going to come. It's terrible. It's evil. There's danger coming. All right, as opposed to believing in something good coming. Fear is an uneasiness of mind upon the thought of a future evil likely to befall us. Okay, so it's the same thing. One is expecting a good thing to happen, the other is expecting an evil thing to happen. And the way you can think of this, and it's a harsh reality, and it will also motivate us, but fear and faith are basically the same thing, yet with a different God. Fear expects bad things to happen. Fear is unknowingly faith in the devil to perform his will of stealing, killing, and destroying. Faith in God is knowing his good will, believing it, and expecting good things to happen. All right, so you could look at this scale here. And so fear and faith, it's relatively the same substance. Okay, one is pointed towards Satan and the other is pointed towards our Father. Okay, so somebody who's in fear, their expectation is set to receive bad things. They're thinking in terms of stealing, killing, destroying, bad things, failure, defeat. These things, I just know that something bad's going to happen. I just know this sickness has been running through my family tree, and I just know I'm the next one to get it. You know, somebody can be afraid. A woman can be afraid of breast cancer because it ran through her family. Somebody could be afraid of some criminal activity happening. Somebody could be afraid of dying in an accident. You know, there's a million kinds of fears out there, but fear is unknowingly, it's having a confidence in Satan to bring something evil upon you. Okay, that's the reality of it. And it would be it would be good for us to think of it that way and just picture it. When we're in fear, we're bowing down to the devil. We trust him more than we trust our Father. And so it's an ugly picture. We don't want to be in fear. We don't want to have our confidence in the devil, knowingly or unknowingly. Okay, so anything you fear, it's fixable. Okay, we just want to fix it. And we fix it by learning our Father's goodwill and believing in it. Okay, so faith, on the other hand, is believing in God for positive outcomes. Life in abundance, having all of your needs met, being protected, having safety, having health, having healing, whatever you need in life, your Father in heaven wants to provide it for you. Okay? And the only thing that prevents us from receiving is just not knowing and not believing. And that's easy to fix. All right? So number 4, everything that you fear is an aspect of faith life where you do not yet trust God. When we realize the truth about this, that fear is faith in the devil, fear is lack of trust in God, that should motivate us to eliminate it from our lives by becoming established in faith and in trust in our Father. Okay, so you can use these words interchangeably. Faith in our Father, trust in our Father, it's the same thing. Okay? And 1 Peter 5:8-9 says this, "Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, walks about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Resist him, steadfast in the faith." Okay, so he's telling us here that we have an adversary. And our adversary, he's going around like a lion, and he's seeking someone to devour. Okay, and there's different things that make us vulnerable to Satan. Okay, one of the things that makes us vulnerable is when we're in fear. When we're in fear, our faith is placed in the devil. Okay, that's going to attract him. Fear or faith will receive what it's expecting. Okay, if we really believe in something and we speak it forth, if we believe something in our heart and we speak it forth, it will come true. That is the law of faith, and that's how this universe is established. Okay, and so Satan goes around like a lion. Okay, so he's looking for an easy victim. Even though a lion's a powerful animal, it's going to look for an easy victim. It's going to look for a young one, or it's going to look for one that goes to the water hole by itself, or it's going to look for an older one that strays away from the crowd. He's going to try and find an easy victim. Okay, and likewise, the devil does the same thing. He's looking for an easy victim. And fear is one of the things that draws him to you. Okay, just like faith draws things from God, fear draws things from Satan. Okay, it makes you vulnerable. Okay, so one of the things he's looking for when he's going about walking around is fearful people, because he can take advantage of them. Okay, so fear, it leads to vulnerability to Satan. However, faith leads us to victory through Jesus Christ. Okay, and notice Peter says this is how you're going to get the victory. Resist him, steadfast in the faith. Okay, so faith is going to be our means of having victory in life. Faith is what's going to keep us safe and sound even in the midst of chaos and danger. Faith is what's going to get us healed or keep us healthy. Faith is what's going to help us through that financial crisis. Faith is the answer to our problems. Fear is one of the sources of our problems. Amen? So we've got to kill fear.